If someone tells you that they're not mature enough for a relationship, but they're willing to learn and grow, would you see that as an honesty and potential or a sign to protect your heart?
Yes, it is honest. But I would hang on to that first part before the second part.
Um, I don't know. You're ready to learn. We'll see what you're trying to learn. How to
Because they said that they're not mature enough for a relationship with you yet.
The reason they said they're not mature enough was because I have a child and they don't.
I don't care what the
There
reason
it
is.
is. No, the reason does matter. Stop it. God. Don't try to mature your no, don't try to adjust yourself to her situation. No, you're just sacrificing for nothing. You ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
When I hear someone say they're willing to grow, but the first part they said is, I'm not mature enough, that's what we need to believe. That's the reality of the situation. But there's that dangling of possible potential. Let me hang that dream over your head. What I just transcribed in my mind is you're just not ready. That's it.
He don't need to be ready. He need to keep moving. Okay? Don't never sacrifice your time and your livelihood for somebody else's bad choices. That's what you're gonna do. If you're trying to adjust to her and her child, you wasting your time because there's no reward at the end of this road, period.
You're just not ready.
Kira, what you thinking?
I think that you have to be very careful to not allow people to try you on. Because people approach single mothers knowing what comes with single mothers, admit that they're not equipped to deal with you, but date you just to see. Let me see if I can handle it. Let me try it for a while. So I'm gonna present this honesty in the beginning to tell you that I'm not mature enough, so that way, if I get your heart invested, if I get your time invested, if I get your child attached, if I get your body intertwined with mine, but then I wake up and I decide I wanna walk away, I already told you I wasn't ready.
There's nothing wrong with that. He was being honest from the jump. Okay? If he being honest and letting you know he's not sure if he's ready for it and he want to try it, I mean, what you gonna do? Where the child's father at? Ask him to come on and put all his eggs in his own basket, because that's his legacy. So if this man want to give it a chance, then go ahead and do so. But if it's too much for him, there's nothing wrong with him walking away. Okay? So there's no sure thing when you have a child by somebody else and that somebody's going to stay and deal with it. It might become too hectic for them and they want to get out of it.
As a mother, you have to only date intentional men, because you don't want to break your child's heart by letting them get attached to somebody who's not sure.
Nobody's ever sure with this kind of situations. That's why it's called adjusting. You adjust as you go. There's no sure thing with none of this, especially when dealing with somebody with a child. They might let the child run over them and then expect for the child to be allowed to run over you too. So you don't know.
Sometimes a man telling you his trauma, his red flags, the things he ain't healed from, what he need to work on, sometimes it's like foreplay for some of y'all.
Where did he get that from? How did he pull that out of there? This has nothing to do with the subject at hand. What is this? This guy's always pandering and just shitting on a man just for nothing. This has nothing to do with crapping on the man. Not at all.
Because you interpreted that this being vulnerable. Oh, he trusts me with his little sob story. He told me how his ex him up. And I ain't never had a man cry in front of me. What's romantic about a man telling you how he gonna f you up?
He didn't tell you that. Am I missing something, or he just made up hypotheticals and he just made up something just to crap on the men? He just made this up? Cause did I miss something?
Single moms, I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. Sometimes you take that energy that you raising your son with and you bring it to the dating market. And so all a man has to show you is where he's broken, and you so used to healing boys that you don't see nothing wrong with healing this boy.
Now you called him a boy because he's young and don't have a child or any children, and he told her that he wanted to try to help her out. Now he's a boy. How she's used to healing somebody when she made a bad choice? What is you talking about, man? She made a bad choice in her life to have somebody's child and she's not with them. Now you talking bad about the guy who didn't make that bad decision in his life. How did you get there?
And so in order for me to get that mommy energy exuded out of you, I got to show you where I'm hurting at. And sometimes that work. I'm saying, if a man said, I'm not mature enough, why the fuck you listen to anything else?
If y'all continue to listen to men like this, you will be in a shitty spot for the rest of your life. This guy just flipped the whole script on a guy as if the guy made a bad choice. The guy did not have a child. The guy told you that he would try to adjust to your situation. I would tell any man or any woman, don't never adjust or sacrifice your time and your energy and your freedom. Yes, your freedom for somebody else's legacy. That's not your legacy. Don't do all that, because there's no guarantees that you're going to get anything out of it but a kick in the face at the end of the day. Because when that child get older, that child might turn on you because the father might come back around. Okay? So don't waste your time messing with people with kids if you don't have any. I'm just telling you that, period. Don't do it. It's not worth the sacrifice. Been there, done that. Don't never do it. As a man or a woman, but don't never do that. You won't get nothing out of it. Unless you dealing with a rich man, and maybe if you have one, I don't know. And that don't sound good either, because you're going to be probably baby mama number 10. I'm just saying. But don't don't sacrifice your time, your energy, and your livelihood, because you can become a lot more than somebody else's step parent, okay? Become a parent of your own if you want your own. But being a step parent is not a great thing at all, unless y'all both have a child together and y'all have blended families. Other than that, don't do it. No.